2024, I'm back. Wow, I don't know about the start of your 2024. I had the flu going into New Year's, and fortunately, I'm not coughing much now. So, welcome. We're talking about info product sales in 2024, not my personal health and ills. I don't know how your 2024 beginning was. We went to Germantown in Fredericksburg. And I got to say, those Germans know how to cook. The pastries were incredible. The German food, there's just nothing like it. My wife is really, really, really picky about sausage because she's Filipino and she loved the sausage there. So just a little bit about my new year. It was fun. We enjoyed it. In spite of the fact that I was coughing a lot with a little carryover from the flu, but I'm okay now. All right. So if you hear me cough a little, you'll know. Let's talk about sales in 2024. What's up? What's happening? Give me a shout out. Let me know your name. Let me know you're on. Appreciate you watching today. Where are the Tom Cruise glasses? You know, the thing is, I'm a couple weeks out from surgery now. I should check my instructions probably, but I think I'm okay. I don't know. I might should be wearing them, to be honest. Thank you for reminding me. I wear them when I'm outside in the car. But the eyes seem to be progressing. This one seems to be progressing well, thankfully. So I'll have a checkup at the doctor in like 3 weeks. All right. So, and thank you for that question, Oliver. So here's, we're going into 2024. Now, there's a couple things. Step number one is, let me see if my steps are not working now. So I'll just tell you verbally. Martin, take care of yourself. Been there, done that. I'm having surgery. Yeah, an eye surgery. I'm all good, but yeah. I had to get the cataract removed because it was getting to the point where I had to. I didn't have a choice, right? So, number one to be aware of is coming up in February. Google is cracking down on email and domain names. So you got to do this thing called DMARC, DMARC, and have it set up correctly on your email. If you don't know how to do that, number one, your ISP might be able to do it for you or help you with it. Number two, if not, probably I would say go to Fiverr. I had it done in the past, but I got to have that whole thing rechecked out. And it's critical because if you screw it up, your email won't get delivered starting February, which is a disaster to your business. So that's number one. Now, number two is if you're in the U.S. and so forth, you have state sales taxes doing all that crap in January. So you got a lot going on in January because you got to deal with DMARC, you got to deal with state taxes and stuff, and then your regular taxes. And then it happens to be like one of the best months to sell in. I haven't even launched anything yet. Don't even know for sure what I'm launching, although I have ideas about it. I'm working on it. But with the flu, I was just out and not really very creative. So I'm really going into it a little unprepared. But I will come up with my idea. I'm working on that today. But January is a great month to sell. It's just that you have to balance it with all of these other, you play offense and you play defense. So on defense, you got to worry about DMARC and your email freaking delivery, and of course they would put it at the beginning of the year when taxes are due and everything else. So then you got to take care of that and your accounting and all that crap. And then you got one of your best months of the year, at least in the info product business. And so you got to try to balance all of that out. So sometimes, you're a little bit of a juggler with this deal. But I do want to say January is a great month to be selling in the info product business. I think in business in general, like whatever you got, I think January is just a great time to be selling and marketing for it. And so it's a time to be aggressive. It's a time to come up with your best innovative idea, and not hold back. It's a time to double down. January is just a great, great, great month. And so if you're not thinking proactively, if you're not launching, if you're not really, really focused in on January, there's just going to be a lot for you to handle because, again, you got DMARC, you got taxes and all that stuff. And then you have just a great month to sell, and people are feeling optimistic. It's the start of a new year. Everybody wants to get a start on their right foot. I know I do. I tend to buy more things in January just because I'm looking back at the past year and I'm like, okay, these things went right. These things I didn't like. These things I want to improve on. How can I set myself on the right path for this new year? So I don't know about what you're on your mind, what you're thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. And I follow a fairly simple system in creating new products. I will sometimes do it intuitively by what I feel the market wants or needs is ready to buy. Sometimes I'll do what's called a 12 product survey. I'll do a survey and find out what people are really wanting to buy right now. I'm considering doing that with my list for this January offer to try to find out where their head is, where their mindset is, what's on their mind, what's they're thinking about. Because we've had titanic, it's not the word I'm looking for. Like, what's that word? When the earth shifts, the plates of the earth shift. There's like this word for it. It begins with a T. It's a massive shift in the plates of the earth. That's the kind of shift we've been through with this AI stuff. And so we've had a really massive shift in psychology, in thinking, in people's mindsets due to this AI. Now, that's not bad. Change is good. And I say change is good because that's why we're in business. We help people take advantage of opportunities and solve problems. And if there were no new opportunities and there were no new problems, we'd be out of business, right? So we thrive on new opportunities and we thrive on problems, right? So you have to go into this new year going, okay, what are the opportunities I can help people take advantage of? And what problems are to solve? Now, people have doubled, tripled, and quadrupled and quintupled down on AI. I don't know where all that's leading. Like, I'm personally sick of AI pitches. I don't really want to hear AI pitches. I think there's a lot of other opportunities out there now other than AI. But there's these ripples. So you have AI here, right? Now, AI is going to cause all of these ripples going out from it. So I think the opportunity is in the ripples, right? Because of AI, this happens. And because of this, then there's this problem, this opportunity, or this need. Those are just my thoughts about it. I call it one step ahead thinking, where you say, okay, so this occurs, then what's next, and what next? And you can often predict the future, as crazy as that sounds. Now, sometimes the future will surprise you. Sometimes it'll just throw you like a left curve, like, but a lot of times, though, you can predict the future. Say this, then this, then this. And that's where my opportunity is. See, that's where I can sell. That's where the money is. So my question to you today is, where's your money? It's like the old Cardone saying, who's got your money, right? Where is your money? Where's your opportunity going into 2024? Now, once you know that, you find out what you believe it is people want to buy or will buy, and then you package that up. Put your sales letter on it, your video sales letter on it, your webinar on it, create your delivery, and you're off and running to sell it. So that's part of this new year. The other part of the new year is building your email list. What are you going to do to increase your reach, to increase the amount? This is what I've been thinking about all day today, is what am I going to do how am I going to increase my reach more people, right? Reach a larger, broader audience, because you always got to be pushing out to a larger audience. That's why I do these live streams and we do some of the other things that we do. And there's certainly a world of opportunity there in how you reach your audience. Don't get caught up into thinking you have to do YouTube ads or Facebook ads or this or that or the other. There's a million ways you can do it. It's what fits you and your ability, and what do you have the drive and the motivation to do, right? What do you love to do? If you love to write. If you love to speak. If you love to do video. If you love to do audio. I mean, the whole world is your oyster there. But so in 2024, it's like you got to look at what are the opportunities, what's the demand for, but then you also want to look at how to increase your reach. So you're dealing with these twin engines, right? Because you've got to increase your reach out there, and then you got to know what your opportunities are, and then third, you got to play defense. Defense is DMARC, defense is taxes, defense is your accounting, and all those kinds of things. Defense can also be things like getting a cataract removed so you can see the computer screen. That helps when you can see the computer screen, right? Or when you can see the drive, right? Those are my thoughts. Let me know what's on your thoughts and comments if you want to about your 2024. What's on your mind? What you're thinking about? I just think January is such a great year, a great month, and you just got to be aggressive. It's just a great for whatever you got to sell, whatever you want to do. It's just a great month for it. Double down on it. I think people are in an optimistic mood, so go in with an attitude of optimism about it. And I think you'll find the market will be really receptive. Don't hold back your ideas. Like take your best, most innovative, creative idea and see if you can put some energy into it into the new year. That's where my mindset is. I hope this gives you some ideas on profiting with info products and really any kind of a product in this new year. I think you got to get your marketing cap on. I think you got to be ready to zoom in on what your opportunities are and do your best to put together whatever you do. If you put together funnels, put together your funnel. If you're just a hardcore email marketer and you just do email, do your email marketing on it. If you're a webinar seller, do your webinar. I mean, there's so many models out there today, right? But however it is that you get out there, reach the market, get the interest and generate the sell, you can't get a better time than January to do it. It's just a wonderful, fabulous time. So thank you all for watching today. Yeah, I've been off about a week because I didn't think you wanted to hear me cough and hack. It was rather nasty, and I'm not 100% over it, but I'm mostly over it now, thankfully. So, yeah, I'm excited about the new year, and but the big thing on my mind is reach, like because I know how to find opportunities and do those things. But I think the big bottleneck today is just reach. How are you going to get your message out there? Because there's so many people, so much noise, so many messages. So the big bottleneck is just what are you going to do to get your message out to your folks, your tribe, your people that resonates with them? I mean, that's one of the problems that you can get your message out there. It doesn't always resonate with people, right? I mean, so that's part of it is not just how do you get the message out, but how do you get it to hit home? How do you get it to resonate? All right. That's probably it for me today. It's all I can talk. You all have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. Ciao.